Anthony Davis just got traded to the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic just got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. And other pieces involved in the deal is Maxi Kleber and Markieff Morris also going to the Lakers along with Luka. And going to the Dallas Mavericks is Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first round pick, I think. Um, to me, this might be just in the moment, but I think this is the biggest trade in NBA history. I think this is, in terms of star power, the biggest trade in NBA history. Like, oh man, I don't know how to feel about this, bro. I don't know because, and then here's another thing. Who would have thought that Kyrie would have lasted longer in Dallas than Luka? Who would have thought that? I mean, because the narrative when Kyrie got traded to Dallas a couple years ago is that Kyrie wasn't going to be there that long, and Luka and Kyrie weren't going to get along, and that they were going to trade Kyrie. You know what I mean, and shit like that. As it turns out, Kyrie's the one that's staying in Dallas, and Luka is the one getting traded. Yeah. OCT, I'm telling you, bro, it's the most shocking trade notification I've ever received. And like I've seen a lot of big trades over my life, but I've never ever been like as speechless about a trade as I am right now. Like honestly, I don't even know like I can't like give you guys a winner or loser of this trade yet because it's like it hasn't really sunk in yet. You know what I mean? Um I think what happened is I think Luka requested a trade. Um, what's going to Utah? I don't know, man. But that's not really that relevant, right? No disrespect to Utah, but that's not really that relevant right now. Um, I think Luka requested a trade. I think that's what happened here. I think because Luka is in the same like boat as De'Aaron Fox because Luka only got 2 years left on his contract. Um, so bro, you said one fucking bro. They got Anthony Davis. Listen, man. Anthony Davis has played like a top 10 player this year. AD has fucking played like a top 10 player this year. I can't look at the GC right now, Edwin. I can't look at it right now, but oh, so I just seen some. A rift has been formed between Anthony Davis and the Lakers management. The Mavericks approached the Lakers recently and offered Luka Doncic. I just seen Shams tweet. So apparently there was a rift going on between Anthony Davis and the Lakers front office, and apparently the Dallas Mavericks, from what I'm seeing, is that they were tired of Luka. I mean, they were tired of Luka being out of shape all the time. Um, and yeah, man, like there's a lot to this. A lot's gonna come out about like both sides, why both sides did this trade. Shit will leak from Anthony Davis's camp. Shit's gonna leak from Luka's camp. You know what I mean? And it's just gonna be like a big fucking mess. You know what I mean? Um, Now, what I think this does for both teams this season, for the Lakers, it's a big move. But my problem with it is where's the defense? Because you got rid of AD, and AD is arguably the best defensive center in the league, right? So the Lakers' center rotation isn't great. I mean, it's not great. It's very bad actually. So the Lakers need to make another move at the trade deadline for a center. That's a given. So if they can get a good center, I mean they play. If you play a team with Luka and LeBron in the playoffs, I mean that's fucking. You know what I'm saying? That's not a fucking layup for anybody. So yeah. I for LA in the long run, they do get younger with that trade. I do like in the long run. I don't know necessarily like how like it does for them short term, but in the long run, I like it. And for Dallas, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it for Dallas. Um, On paper, Kyrie and Anthony Davis is a really good duo on paper. It is. Like their games fit with each other. It on paper it makes sense. But on the court, we're gonna have to see. I mean, because I don't know. Will AD be able to stay healthy? Can Kyrie grow into a leadership role? Because that's what Kyrie's gonna have to do now. Kyrie's gonna have to fucking step up and be a leader now. Now that Luka's gone, Kyrie's gonna have to take the reins. And can Kyrie handle that? I don't know. His NBA track record over his career has shown that, you know what I mean? Like, he can't really handle that. So, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think for both teams are going to be completely different because of this trade. To me, again, I've said it probably a bunch of times during this whole stream. I think this is the biggest trade in NBA history because, like, in terms of shock value, the players that are getting traded, yeah. This is the best chance the Mavs got after this. It's going to be bad. I agree, Edwin. The Mavericks need to win this year. They have to win this year. Now, do I like them against OKC? How do y'all think the Dallas Mavericks shape up now against the top teams in the West? Because, like, Kyrie, okay, like, I'm just trying to think of their lineup they can possibly run now. So, Kyrie, Max Christie, I'm guessing that he's going to start. Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, and Daniel Gafford. Listen, on paper, I don't care what you guys say. On paper, that team could beat any team in the West. I think that team can. Legit, man. I think that team can beat any team in the West, but they can lose to any team in the West too. But on paper, if Kyrie can fucking elevate his game like as the primary ball handler and fucking Anthony Davis can be consistent, stay healthy, that team could beat anybody in the West. I mean, I think they can. Because Anthony Davis, like, I know Anthony Davis gets a lot of criticism, but Anthony Davis, look at the numbers, look at the tape this year. Anthony Davis has played like a top 10 player in the league this year. I mean, he has. The numbers say it, the film says it, everything says it. I mean, Mavs GM says he believes defense wins championships. Yeah, man, look at the Celtics last year. Everyone talks about the Celtics offense, but the Celtics were really good on defense too. I mean, like, you got to be good on both sides of the ball to win the championship. I mean, you got to be a great offensive team, you got to be a great defensive team. Luka wasn't mourned he was going to LA. I don't know how much I really believe that, to be honest with you, because I do think Luka, like, I'm not sure if, like, Luka was, like, all in on re-signing there. I mean, to tell you the truth. I'm not convinced that Luka, like, knew nothing about it. I mean, like, I don't believe that. If I'm wrong, but I don't believe that Luka was, like, shocked or caught off guard. Like, because like around the league, at least, if like the media and the fans all know, then players around the league know. I mean, like, players know what's going on. I mean, like, they do. Like, come on, man. Players know. I mean, the media might not know, the fans might not know, the agents, they know, the front office knows, and the players know. I mean, so, especially when you're that caliber of a player like Luka is. Anthony Davis is declining. Listen, man, and I've been an Anthony Davis critic over the years. And I think Anthony Davis has been really good this year. I mean, I don't think Anthony Davis is declining. Like, I think Anthony Davis, you can argue he's, numbers-wise at least, he's having one of his best seasons he's had in a while. I mean, like, I'm not in this camp that Anthony Davis is declining. And I think him on Dallas is actually a good fit. The problem that I have with Dallas is can Kyrie handle being the main primary ball handler on a championship team? That's the thing. Because Kyrie as a number 2 option has shown you that he can get it done. I mean, he got to the finals last year with Dallas, and he won a championship with LeBron. The thing that Kyrie has struggled with over his career is when you ask him to be that main primary ball handler, he struggled. I mean, he struggled. Sure, he puts up numbers, but the thing about it is he's not really a leader. I mean, he's not. That's the thing about Kyrie. Kyrie's not a leader. And when you're that guy and all the responsibilities that you have as that primary ball handler like Kyrie now has, you got to step up and be a leader. And will he step up and be a leader? That remains to be seen. Because Anthony Davis, his personality, Anthony Davis ain't like a outspoken guy. Like Anthony Davis ain't gonna fucking come in and demand shit. I mean, he ain't gonna come in and be this big leader. I mean, that's why Anthony Davis failed in New Orleans. To be honest with you, because Anthony Davis was not a vocal leader. And yeah, the Pelicans didn't put a lot of talent around him. Like, well, they tried. They put Drew around him, and they gave him Boogie Cousins. I mean, so they tried stuff, but Davis ain't a natural leader. So that'll be an interesting team, Dallas, to follow now. Like, because Kyrie's not a natural leader, and Anthony Davis ain't a natural leader. So, like, can the Dallas Mavericks make a deep playoff run with that? Edwin, you think the Mavericks have a better shot this year? I think their ceiling's about the same. I think they can, because, like, if you would have asked me what's the Dallas Mavericks ceiling, like, an hour ago before this trade got made, I would have told you I think they can beat any team in the West, but they can lose to any team in the West. I feel the same exact way about them right now. You know what I mean? Because Anthony Davis has been good this year. I mean, Anthony Davis has been a borderline top 10 player this year, I think. So, yeah, I'm not. Dallas Mavericks, their team fundamentally is very different from what it was, but I still think their ceiling is about the same. It's going to come down to Kyrie. Can Kyrie, like, how's Kyrie going to handle being that guy, basically? How's he going to handle it? We'll have to find out, man. I'm just, like, I'm just speechless. Like, just, like, I don't know, like, what to say. Hey, Edwin, let me ask you this. If the Dallas GM would have called up Boston and said, you want to do Tatum for Luka, what do you think? What do you, not would you do it? What do you think Brad Stevens would say to Dallas? Do you think Brad Stevens would do that trade if Dallas called Brad and said, you want to do Tatum for Luka? Or, yeah, Tatum for Luka. You think they do that? You feel bad for Mavs fans? I don't. I mean, you're getting Anthony Davis. Like, everyone sneezes at Anthony Davis, but Anthony Davis is a fucking superstar, too. Oh, he would definitely say yes for Jalen. Like, there's zero doubt that he would trade Jalen for Luka. But I think they would want Tatum. It makes me wonder, though, if Dallas made it known that Luka was on the trade market, like, what would have teams offered for him? That's what I'm like saying. You know what I mean? Because I'm not sure if every team in the league knew that Luka was available on the trade market or Luka could be had in a trade. I mean, because if teams would have known, like, I just wonder what teams would have gave up for him. Yeah, I thought he was trolling too because I was playing Madden with boards and like I got like 50 notifications on my phone like out of nowhere. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And I checked Twitter and I seen his tweet and I was like, what? Then I was like, boards, bro. We gotta pause this game, bro. Like, boards, pause this shit. I mean, look at this shit right here. Look at this shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Because at first everyone was convinced that Shams got hacked. And then Shams quote tweeted and said, no, this is real. Like, this really happened. The thing that, like, amazes me the most is, like, if Davis wanted out from the Lakers, or if Luka wanted out from Dallas, like no one reported it. Like this is one of these rare trades, or like one of these rare stories that came out where there was no like suspicion, or like no like real like build up or nothing. No, like it just boom hit you out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like what? Like what? Like what happened? Who got traded? Like for what? You know what I mean? It's like one of those deals. Yeah, Luka to the Lakers is real. Yep, it really happened. Yep, Luka to LA. I'll love it more for the Lakers if they can get a center at the trade deadline. If they can get a big, I like it for the Lakers. If they don't get a big at the deadline, at least for this year, I don't love it that much. But if they can get a good big, then I'm more into it. Oh, of course, JT Tatum's untouchable. I was just throwing out the hypothetical. Lakers not done dealing. They better not be because their roster's not good enough. Luka to the Lake, yeah, that hooping punch me. Am I dreaming? Jey Uso wins the Royal Rumble. Luka trade on the same night. Yeah, man, this night's drunk. You know what I'm saying? Logan Paul got eliminated by Cena. I don't even want to talk about it, bro. I don't even want to talk about it. But getting back to this Anthony Davis shit. Yeah, man. Yeah. Fuck Jimmy Butler. Fuck De'Aaron Fox. Fuck, man. Whoever the fuck else was available. You know what I mean? Yes, Davis did go to Dallas. Yep. AD to Dallas. Yep. Like, fuck all that shit. Ain't nothing gonna top this trade. You know what I mean? This is okay. If you don't want to say like biggest trade in NBA history, say this then. This is the biggest trade deadline trade in NBA history. We'll say that. This is the biggest trade deadline deal of all time. Bro, you know what's crazy about this? This is kind of like a full circle moment for Kyrie and Anthony Davis because in 2019, when Anthony Davis was on the Pelicans and Anthony Davis was trying to push for a trade out of New Orleans, Kyrie was trying to get the Celtics to trade for Anthony Davis. Kyrie and AD were trying to team up with each other back in 2019. So you could say this has been years in the making. And then of course all over the years you always heard the Kyrie to the Lakers rumors. I mean those rumors were going wild for years. So yeah. Hoop Central just tweeted that Luka did not request a trade, pure Mark Stein. So the Mavericks apparently the Dallas Mavericks decided as an organization that we got to trade Luka. You see it. Man. It's like it's like going on My League, like on 2K, and it's like, okay, let's make the biggest fucking trade imaginable. I mean, just for shit and giggles. I mean, that's kind of what this is like. Let's just hop on 2K. Let's hop on GM mode or My League mode or whatever the fuck it's called, and let's just fucking trade. I don't know, Miami Heat LeBron James for fucking Houston Rockets James Harden. You know what I mean? Or something like that. You know what I mean? We'll just use that as a comparison. It's kind of like that. It's kind of something like that. You know what I mean? Man. Just wow, guys. Yeah, I think that's all to really say about it, man. Like, I can't really think of anything else. Like, I'm just, like, speechless about this. Like maybe I'll make a more in-depth video tomorrow. I mean, like, as, like, I let the trade sink in and have, like, better thoughts about it. But, yeah. Trade Tatum, yeah, when... no. De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs, yeah, that's probably gonna happen. Worst trade ever for who? Who do you think's the worst trade ever for? Because if you want to say that it's a bad trade for Dallas because they didn't get enough for Luka, you could say that. Be like, okay, like if you're gonna trade Luka, then you better get an elite player like Davis and get a bunch of draft picks too. Yeah, I mean, but guys, here's the thing: Luka could be the modern day James Harden, too. Like, there's a chance that the way Luka plays basketball, that he'll never win a championship. You guys got to think about that. I agree that they should have got more picks out of that deal, but you guys got to look at it. Like, there's a chance. I'm not saying I'm not gonna like, you'll put this in NFL terms, Rodgers to the Chiefs for Mahomes. You mean like Packers Rodgers, right? Not Jets Rodgers. Like, I hope you mean Aaron Rodgers Packers. Like, because Anthony Davis is not that bad. Like, Anthony Davis is a fucking top. Anthony Davis been playing like a top 10 player in the league this year. I mean, yeah, like, which is funny because Anthony Davis is a Packers fan. I mean, so I think that's a pretty funny comparison. But yeah, man, like, but back to what I was saying about Luka. There's a chance that Luka just his play style and the way he plays basketball, that shit will never win a championship. There's a chance. Maybe Dallas feels like the way Luka plays basketball and the way, like, he, you know what I mean, he's kind of like out of shape sometimes and doesn't try on defense and bickers to the referees a lot. Like, you could say, like, you could be like, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know if this guy can lead a team to a championship. But again, he's Luka. I mean, and this guy led the Mavericks to the finals. I mean, I know his performance against Boston wasn't very good, but this guy got you to the finals. I mean, just last year they made the finals. And it's like, you're trading him? Yeah, when you're right, they could have gotten. But the thing about it, too, is Dallas, they're still in win now mode, bro. You got Kyrie on the team, you got Clay on the team, so going for Davis does make some type of decision or like some type of sense. Going, like, trying to get Davis with that guys that they have already. Yeah, this is real, Packers. This is a real trade. It really happened. Yep. Like, this ain't some, like, crazy ass dream. This for real happened. Um, it's surreal. It's unbelievable. It's, to me, the biggest trade in NBA history, just from, like, a shock value standpoint and the players that were involved in the deal. I mean, um, yeah. But you know what this could be, too? This could be like a reality check for Luka. I think Luka should use this as a reality check. And, like, yeah, I should change my ways. I should change my play style a little bit. I should change how I communicate to the refs on the court. I should, you know what I'm saying, try a little harder on defense because they just trade him basically because of that shit. Yeah, exactly, OCT. Because I'm not sure if Luka is amazing at basketball, and Luka's one of the 5 best players in the world. Like, there's no doubt about it. But you could say, watching Luka, there's moments where Luka don't really take the game that serious. You know what I mean? Like, there's moments. Luka got his moments. Can you tell me why they would only get one trading for one first? I agree with you about that part. If I'm Dallas, I'm like, shit, man, 3-4 first round picks. Legion hoops, LeBron to go. Whoa, 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 whoa! I need more context. Edwin. LeBron to Golden State has major legs, and I need more context than that. Like, really? Now it's Legion hoops. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how reliable Legion hoops really is, but I mean, LeBron and AD were tight. Like, how does because, like, I want to see, like, here's the thing. How does LeBron feel about this? Because LeBron and AD were, like, glued together, man. I mean, like, they were, fuck, man. They were tight. I mean, like, how the fuck does LeBron feel about them trading Anthony Davis? And then, like, how do Luka and LeBron play together? I mean, like, those are just, like, questions that are, like, man. this trade is going to be the trade that keeps on giving because there's going to be so many questions about both teams. I know most of the talk is going to be about Luka and the Lakers and LeBron and how they'll fit and shit. I have just as many questions about Dallas. I mean, what's the direction? Is Kyrie capable of being the lead guard on a championship team? Like when he's the primary ball handler. Um, is Anthony Davis good enough to get the Dallas Mavericks to make a deep playoff run? The Dallas Mavericks. I mean, what was Luka's relationship like with the Mavericks front office? What was Luka's relationship like with Jason Kidd? Jason Kidd could have pushed for this too, because you guys remember Jason Kidd was an assistant coach on the Lakers when they won the championship. So did Jason Kidd and Luka not get along that well? And was Jason Kidd a proponent of trading Luka for Anthony Davis? I mean, so there's so many questions. Like, if I'm LA, I'm hitting the rebuild button. Well, they got a guy to build around. I mean, Luka is a guy to build around. So, do you trade Braun? I know. It sounds like what? Like, did you just say like, would you trade LeBron? I don't know. If I'm the Lakers, bro, because I'm not even sure how Luka and LeBron would even play together that well. I mean, like I don't even know if that would really fit. LeBron had no idea they. Yeah, apparently, I can't believe that. Like I'm just sitting here having a hard time believing that like no one knew that this was coming. Like as big of names as Luka and Anthony Davis are, that they had like there was no wind of this like being talked about, like nothing. Like they had no idea that this was coming. Yeah, man. So many questions, man. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, man. Maybe tomorrow I'll come back on here on live and maybe like do like a longer live about this. But yeah, man. I gotta get up out of here and get on Twitter and shit, man. I gotta read what everyone on Twitter's saying. It's like, and I gotta read what my group chats on. Yeah, man. All right, bro. All right. Peace. One more thing before I go. Chris Haynes just tweeted that Anthony Davis has waived his trade kicker. So, oh shit! Look at this. The Mavericks and Luka Doncic until tonight were heading towards a 5-year max. Yeah. Okay. So this had nothing to do with Luka. Luka wanted to stay. Luka was ready to sign a new contract with Dallas. Dallas was the one that decided. Okay. All right. All right. That right there just opened up a whole fucking brand new box of. Yeah. All right. I'm